Hello Internet, this is Whispering Whim. Today I will be unpackaging an order that I made on Alibaba Express. If you've never heard of it before, it's kind of like eBay for Chinese manufacturers. So you can get a lot of really cheap stuff. When I went on, I had a budget of like $20 and they offered me a coupon for $4 off of $20, right? So including shipping and the coupon, I only spent $18 and some change on everything that you're gonna see today. So really cheap, right? The drawback is, since it's coming from China and they only send it parcel post, you have to wait up to a month for delivery, and they'll send everything separately because they're all different manufacturers and businessmen. So I've had to really exercise my patience because all of these packages have been coming in one by one and tempting me, but I had to wait until I think they're all here. I'm not gonna entirely know until I open them up, but so I had to wait and not open up the packages, and then I had to wait until there was a day when I could make a video. So I am super ready to see what I really got. Because the concern is when you only pay a couple of dollars for something, how good is it really? But I have some friends that use the website for craft supplies, and that's going to be what most of these packages are. And they said that you can, buy the same stuff for Amazon for like a 300% markup, or you can just wait to get it from China. So for this video and for my shopping experience, I mostly got craft supplies because that's what I would use the site for normally if this works out. But I also picked up a couple of items of clothing because that's something that I'm very suspicious about. But you can buy all sorts of stuff, home decor, watches. So who knows? Maybe I'll be turning on a bunch of people to a website that they've never heard of before. So again, I don't know if I even got everything, but we're gonna jump right in and open my first bag here. So my first package is one of my wool sets. So I've been into felting lately, and buying the wool is an interesting process because sheep's wool can have lots of different textures, and they can all be processed differently, and it can also be very expensive. I've had some be like $8 for 2 ounces, and I've had some be like $1 for 2 ounces. This is a fair amount. I think I paid, I want to say I paid less than $1 for each of these. And the texture feels fine. I know some people have problems with the wool being smelly, but this smells about average, if that doesn't seem too weird. And I will say that I am actually pretty happy with this purchase. So my first one is good. I'm gonna open up one more color though, just because sometimes different colors feel different. This one's a little more scratchy, but still pretty workable. It's not as neatly packaged as I've gotten some of my wool before, but that's definitely usable, and it's a lovely color. I actually really like this blue, so that's exciting. Let's go ahead and do this dark gray package next. And I'm not going to read the little import tag. We're going to just go for it here. If I can open it all the way. And inside the bag is another bag. Oh, and look at that. It's more wool. This is actually from a different manufacturer. I wanted to give a couple of them a try in case one was good and one was bad, right? And this is a pretty gorgeous green. I'm super excited about all the new colors. And this feels like pretty much the same quality actually as the first one. So not super soft. It's definitely not merino wool, but it looks pretty workable for felting. And now I can make something very green. But I love this color. I'm really excited that they're as bright and uniform as they looked on the website. If I'm remembering correctly, and I probably should have pulled up my receipt ahead of time, but if I'm remembering correctly, I spent about $3, and I got several different colors there. So again, I'm actually surprisingly happy with the stuff I'm getting so far. Let's go ahead and jump into this one next. It's a bit smaller. And just so you know, I didn't only buy wool. I tried to get things from a couple of different categories. Oh, okay. I was very confused at first because it kind of looks a bit disturbing. But I believe, if I can get this open quietly, this is actually a soap mold. And I am happy that the size is about right. And I mean, it's a decent thickness. And I got 2 of them, so I would assume the thing hiding at the bottom here is my second one. Yep, different color, but that's okay, because the color doesn't actually matter at all. And yeah, I'm actually really happy with this too. Who would have thought? I think these were like $1 a piece, I want to say. So a bit more expensive than some of the things I bought as far as volume goes. But like I said, that's a good silicone base right there. I could make soap, candles. You know, if I didn't feel leery about mixing products, you could even bake muffins and stuff right inside there. So that means so far we're 3 for 3 on the products being good. Given how this feels, I think this is the other mold I purchased. I had a feeling that this one was going to be too small, but I wanted to have that variety. And here we are. So it's another paw print. And actually, it's not as small as I was anticipating. And it's a little thinner than the ones that I just opened up. But I think I could find a good use for this as well. You know, I could even use it to pour chocolates, right? We have lots of molds like this at the bakery. Usually if you use something for chocolate, you don't want to use it for anything else though. So I'm going to debate what I'm going to use these for. But it does remind me of an interesting thing. So when you are searching, you know, you type in, I want a soap mold. They'll pull up anything that's even close to a soap mold. So both of these came up, right? But in their description, this one was actually described as a muffin mold, and this one was described as a chocolate mold. I mean, it's all the same thing. but I just think it's kind of interesting that they try to cast their net as wide as possible, right? All right, this feels like another needle felting supply that I got. We'll see here in just a moment if I can actually open this thing without destroying the package inside. Yep. So these are needles for needle felting. Or maybe it's just the container to hold the needles. I thought I was getting the needles with it. But that doesn't look like it's the case. Nope. Okay, so those are empty. Which is a bit of a bummer, because it was, I thought in the description it said it came with the needles. But that's okay, because this container will still be useful on its own. What I'm kind of thinking about doing, because I've been working on the art stuff, right, and needle felting, I was kind of thinking about making like a kit, a do-it-yourself at home kit, and then doing a nice ASMR tutorial, right, just as a way to help promote my business, because I don't make money doing ASMR videos, and I don't really intend to ever monetize. To be honest, this is kind of just a side project, a little bit of a hobby. But if I can use that to sort of help, my other aspects of my life, I'm considering it. But then I'm also thinking about, do I want to just start a second channel where I do arts and crafts? Because those aren't usually my most popular videos. If you have an opinion on that, I would love to hear it. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and move on to our next package. I think this is the first one where the quote-unquote bubble mailer actually had bubbles in it. So whoever sent this one cared about their product a bit more. And these are my lanyards. So I was thinking about making some felted creatures that could go on a lanyard, kind of hang them up or put them by your cell phone or whatnot. So I bought these, and I couldn't find a variety pack. The website can be a little overwhelming after a while. There's just so many products on it, and a lot of people are selling the same products. So it's a bit more like eBay than, say, Etsy or Amazon or something like that. And so I just got a little overwhelmed, and I was like, I'll order 2 colors and it'll be fine. It was like $3 a piece for each color, and I can absolutely not get this apart. So I'm going to cut it apart here, because I really want to kind of take a look at one of these individually. Oh, and that's all it is. It's got a little hook right there. So you hook into the thing, and then it's got a lanyard. It's a little smaller than I expected, but they look decently made, It's just a arts and crafts supply. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about that one. Again, I spent less than $20 altogether on all of this stuff. So really, even if I stopped right here, I would call it a win. And I still have one more package left to open. But seeing how I do have only one more package left to open, I now know for sure that I'm still waiting on another package. Go figure. So it did not make it into the video, but that's all right. I suspect Yeah. So the missing one is just a pair of socks. So it's not like you guys are missing out on anything fabulous. But this is the most expensive item I bought. I think it was like $5, maybe $6. And it's a nightgown. A Totoro themed nightgown. Comes in a lovely bag. And it feels pretty heavy. So I'm glad that it's not going to be just a t-shirt size. Oh yeah, that's full length right there, people. A little backing board. And it's cute. It's a little smaller than I would have preferred. And considering that it came from China, I was suspicious that it would be smaller than they advertised. I could probably still fit in it, but I wouldn't want to walk around in it. But what's really exciting right here is this nightgown has pockets. Yay, pockets! I know many women that get excited when there's pockets on their things. And I believe I ordered an extra large, and I would say by American standards, that's probably a medium right there. So it's still adorable, but I'm not going to try it on for you folks, because I suspect that it will reveal every little bulge. But for sleeping, it should be fine, right? And I like pink. It makes me happy. And yeah, so that was my Aliexpress order. I will have to say I'm happy. So I might consider buying from them again. But I don't think I'll wait for a video if I do another order, because it was maddening, because it was like one package would show up every day from like about a week after I put in the order. It was like one, here's another one, here's another one, and here it is now almost a month and a half later, and I'm still missing one of the packages. But that's okay, right? A little inconvenience for how much money I saved is worthwhile. Anyways, that concludes today's video. If you have any comments or opinions, I'd love to hear them. Otherwise, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. Nighty night.